All right, I hope you feel great about what you guys are able to accomplish. Now we need to move on. And if you haven't noticed already, I'll just try to be a little clear with this, is that we have been just taking baby steps to get to the actual game. First, we just talked about the probability of how many blocks that we could, how many numbers that we could draw before we end up with one strike. So that was just kind of a little game within the game. And then what you guys just shored up is what's the probability of drawing four numbers before drawing all three strikes? That's not quite the game either. That would be the situation, for example, whereas if we're trying to win the car and we know the price of the car, when we draw the number, we can put it in the right spot. But how the game is really played is we have to draw the numbers, okay? Probably don't know what the actual price of the car is, so we have to guess once we draw a number, where does that number go in the cost? Okay? Now, got the blocks out here. So, okay, four numbers, three blocks. Let's say that I randomly draw a number first, and I'm using blocks, so I'm going to use colors, not numbers. And I say, okay, here's my number, it's the green, okay, and I think it goes in the second place. And I put it there, and I get the wrong. What happens? This actually gets placed back with the rest of them. And I draw again. Okay. Maybe this time I draw a strike. Okay, one strike. Okay, now I'm thinking about what I have left. I draw again, and I just happen to draw the green again. So I know it didn't go in the first spot I attempted, so now I'm going to try another spot. Now it's correct. Okay. Think about what I have left. So in the actual game, if you draw a number and you don't put it in the correct spot, it just goes back. Okay, and you draw again. No penalty, nothing like that. If you draw a strike, then you have that penalty. All right, you've got a strike against you. So now what I'd suggest in trying to calculate the actual probability of winning the game is to start with an experiment just to see, can we do this? So I would suggest working together, making sure everybody understands the game and getting an experimental probability is to have one person, okay, if you pair up in groups of two, have one person write down the order of four colors that you have. So maybe they pick this order: green, pink, white, yellow. Don't let the other person know what the order is. Then have them play the game where they draw and they say, okay, where does green go? And they put a guess, and you can tell them if it's correct or incorrect. If it's incorrect, it goes back in. If it's correct, it stays. Keep playing. Play the game a few times, get a feel for it, see if we can get any winners to get an idea on what the probability of winning is. And then once you've played a little bit, I want you guys to work together and see if you can come up with the probability of winning the game. Enjoy.